Greetings, subscribers! Today, I bring you a review of the PNSO prehistoric animal models, Evan the Tylosaurus. This was first revealed as a silhouette on the PNSO Amazon page a couple months ago. When I saw that mosasaur silhouette, I predicted that it was going to be a Tylosaurus since it's one of the most well-known mosasaurs and PNSO already did a mosasaurus. And thankfully, it did end up being a Tylosaurus. Though at the same time, I do kind of wish that they went with a different species of mosasaur like Prognathodon, but I'm still fine with it since Tylosaurus is one of my favorite prehistoric marine animals and I've been wanting a good big one that can fit in the 1/35 scale. The packaging is slightly different than the previous ones. On both sides, they're in English rather than just one side being in Chinese. It seems like this Tylosaurus is being treated as if it was in the museum series. As you can see, it's encased in foam, unlike most figures in the prehistoric animal models assortment, which are encased in plastic. It also comes with this booklet, not just this one pamphlet with an artwork. Inside the booklet, you get lots of renders of the figure and a description of Evan. It says here, his head is 2 meters long and has a body length of 15 meters. So he is a massive reptile. Then you have more renders of the model. Now where are those awesome artworks? Come on. There they are. Just look at that. That is very imposing. Very beautiful. There's the open pamphlet, which shows a stunning image of Evan hunting a Nyctosaurus. Now here is the Tylosaurus, and I have to say, this is a stunning piece. Though let me get the negative thing out of the way first, which is the seam line. PNSO never had seam lines that were this visible on their previous figures, so I don't know what happened with this one. For the top, depending on the angle, it's really not too noticeable. Though on the bottom, it's more apparent. But to be honest, the seam lines aren't a huge issue to me. When I took this thing out of the box, I was shocked to feel that it was light for its size. And that's because PNSO decided to make him hollow. That probably explains the lines. Let me bring out the Kronosaurus, which is nearly the same size, and he's actually considerably heavier. Let's take a look at the detailing. The snake-like scales are a considerable improvement over around the Mosasaurus. As you can see, the scales are more crisp and lifelike, especially combined with the skin folds and the musculature. Just look at that, that looks so realistic. Then even the underbelly has all those scales. There's the cloaca, which has more visible scales. Then there's the tail fluke, a trait of all mosasaurs. Then there's the other side of the figure. There's the flippers. And here's the top. Then let's take a look at the best part, which is the head sculpt. PNSO is nailing it once again with the scientific accuracy. That is a mosasaur head. And the figure has lips as well. Inside the mouth, you got lots of teeth, including the pterygoid teeth in the back. And then the forked tongue is probably there. They probably couldn't fully sculpt it due to how narrow the jaws are. So the detailing, very good. Fantastic. Let's talk about the paint job. On top is a grayish blue, and on the underbelly is a very light sandy color. Then there's some pink near the cloaca and on the chest. There's kind of a brownish color on the bottom jaw, the interior of the mouth is pink, and the eye is green. Like the PNSO Dunkleosteus, the promo image had a more vibrant blue, whereas this one is more dull. But I still enjoy these colors. It suits the animal very well. It's a lot more convincing than the Safari LTD Tylosaurus. I forgot to mention that Evan comes with 2 clear plastic stands so you can display him. Also, he's in a very active pose with a wide open mouth, so he's probably chasing after a fish or another marine reptile. Let's start with our comparisons. First, here is Evan the Tylosaurus next to Ron the Mosasaurus. When it comes to paint jobs, I prefer the coloration of this Mosasaurus, but everything else on this guy is better. There is Jeff the Kronosaurus, and these two look awesome next to each other. Pliosaurus and Mosasaurus are my 2 favorite marine reptile groups. Here are the other sea dwellers from the Prehistoric Animal Models line, and I am so excited for the new Leviathan. Let's bring in the Carnegie Collection and Safari Tylosaurus. I have to say, this one is my new favorite Tylosaurus. It's also my new favorite Mosasaur figure. Here is the Collecte Mosasaurus, which looks similar. And we can't forget about the other Mosasaur figure that was released this year, the Schleich Mosasaurus. Here is the Collecte Dolichorhynchops, Elasmosaurus, and Xiphactinus, and the Mini Xiphactinus. All of these animals did coexist in the Western Interior Seaway. It's great that we got these three in the same year. And the jaws of this Tylosaurus are open so wide that it can clamp its jaws around any of these smaller figures. Well, there you have it, guys. This was my review on the PNSO Prehistoric Animal Models, Evan the Tylosaurus. I definitely recommend you guys picking this up. It's the definitive Tylosaurus in my opinion. Some may not like the seam lines, but they're not really a huge issue to me. The detailing on this figure is so lifelike, and the sculpt, especially that head, is so awesome. So I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed this review, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section of what you think of this new model.